Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the X-Way Fans channel. I'm going to give you a quick taste of a game I'm very excited for, Darkest Dungeon. It actually came out on February 28th, 2018. It originally was only on the PC, then it came to PS4, and then it got announced for the Switch, and then finally it came to us. So I actually have a little bit of a story already going. I'm going to take you through a dungeon, show you the estate, and generally just give you like an overview of the game and stuff like that. And just nothing too crazy. This game's a lot of fun about discovering and what's going on. So go ahead and go. So the general state of the estate, there we go, is that its previous owner more or less tried to summon Cthulhu, and it went bad. So this is your estate, and it's filled with different little buildings that do different things. I'll give you just a quick overview of each one. While in the dungeon, you can camp, and each person has a ability. Multiple abilities they can use in camp. You go over here, you use the currency, which is different relics that are on the bottom left, to upgrade stuff. So here, I can mostly just use money if I want to, and everything's actually per character. So if there's one you particularly like the most, it's best to upgrade that one. The stagecoach allows you to recruit heroes. Again, this is another thing you can upgrade. These upgrades will allow you to get more people per coach, hold more people in general, or they'll actually start with some experience and some levels. The Tavern was for stress relief. The biggest part of this game is just managing your stress. Dealing with the Cthulhian horrors, your characters will build up stress. I'm going to take my warrior priest over here, and I'm going to put her in the bar, and she will drink her cares away and feel better. It doesn't heal all stress, but it heals a significant portion of it. And of course, you can actually improve the ability. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do that, so her stress levels will be a lot lower later on. Sanitarium, people will actually have quirks and diseases, quote unquote, that are either beneficial or detrimental. My guy here, I'm not going to do him. Let's do Dimas, and he's a bad gambler, so we will get rid of that. It's going to cost a chunk of money. We're going to do it just for your guys' benefit. The abbey is the same thing, but it's essentially a sanitarium, or not a sanitarium. It's a church. Another way to bring down stress and kind of deal with the horrors of this world. The guild, every character, like I said before, has skills. This is where you upgrade them. This one just mostly just takes cold hard cash. However, you will need to upgrade the actual estate in this area. The blacksmith, same thing, armors, weapons. The nomad wagon, you can actually buy trinkets, which often have very good status effects. Or they usually have one good status effect or one bad one. I'm trying to find ones that deal with stress, because again, it's the biggest kind of issue. Ancestor memoirs, mostly.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Mostly, you will figure, like, you can watch like the cutscenes and everything, which are really well done. The narrator has an amazing voice, and of course, in any game like this, death will come. And this is where you pay homage to the fallen. So this is the embark screen. So what I'm going to do is, on the bottom, you can see my party. Two of my people are actually getting de-stressed. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit right trigger, and we're going to get Grochette, put her in the front line, and I'm going to get Firvin and put him in the back, because I don't have a warrior priest available right now, or a hold on, we can actually see what they're called. If you go over here and you hit X, you can actually see all the information about the character. So she's a apprentice vassal. And you can see, before you recruit them, their combat skills, their camping skills, resistances, diseases, and all their other base stats. As you can see here, preferred position, she likes being in the back, and she slightly likes attacking the first 3 rows. This class is mainly a healer. Let's go over here to my Hellion, who is, as you can see, very much a frontline fighter and likes the front 2 spots, but specifically likes to attack the second spot. as you play, you'll get used to this kind of stuff. And a little joke here: in every single game, Renard here is always a kleptomaniac. So that means like you'll be walking in the dungeon and there'll be a thing on the ground, and he'll always grab it. I think, and if it still isn't here, in earlier versions of the game, he would actually keep the items so you could not get them. So we're gonna go ahead and do a nice little short dungeon here. Highlight it. We're gonna hit right stick, and now we're gonna go for provisions. So during your trip, you need to be able to feed them. You'll need to be able to keep light, which I'll explain later. There'll be stuff you have to clear around. There'll be bleeding damage. There'll be like lock chests and all that kind of stuff. Bleeding poison's actually just called plight. I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna go is I'm gonna buy about 8 provisions. I'm gonna buy a shovel and probably about 8 torches, just because this is a short dungeon. There is a chance to find more torches and everything in the dungeon, but don't count on it. So stress is the biggest factor in this game, and one of the things that leads to stress is while walking around, the lights going down.
Pace out the halls of your lineage, once familiar, now foreign.
So, see at the top, radiant lights. When you have radiant light, your dodge, scouting, and your monsters being surprised is higher. However, if you let the lights go down, you can get more items and fun stuff like that, but you're more likely to be surprised, and you're most likely to have higher stress levels. So right here, we got a thing, like I said before, we got ourselves a torch.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Again, the voice acting from the narrator is pretty amazing. On the bottom right, you can see the map there. It's a kind of a grid. So what I'm heading to is each of these large squares, and each large square, I'm picking a direction. So as you go through, you can actually encounter these little events, and well, so there you go. Her stress got shot up, but she was able to disarm that trap, so I don't have to worry about it. So some of her stress went down. Stress goes up, as you can see here. The monsters attack accuracy and damage are up in the shadows. Heroes are being surprised is up, and stress is up. But as you can see, the loot is up. But for right now, I'm going to quickly dispatch of that and light a torch. Luckily, we have not really encountered anything crazy. My leper... Oh, the trap got him because I got a little too close. The leper...
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
The leper actually is fairly high in stress, so if he gets too high, he will go insane and have a test of... The map zoomed in too much. He'll have a test of... I don't remember what it's called, but it's essentially... He will either go crazy or he will find... sanity, which I think is a pretty good system, because if he finds sanity, he actually gets a good perk. So she just got a good perk. Pierce Striker. So what I'm going to do is Precise Striker. I can't read. So 3% chance melee strike, which is really good. So then blooded, she gets poisoned easier. And she will not go to certain stress relief things unless I actually remove it. So I bought a shovel.
The cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
And as you can see, that I'm having to burn through some torches here, man. And we should be at a battle right up ahead. Here we go. So the battle system is very, very position based. Movement speed, of course, depicts who goes first and all that. So if you can see on the left down there, it gives you all the information. Accuracy base is 95, so it's almost at 100, so it's a good chance to hit. Damage by fire is negative 80%. A lot of these, like this one, is meant to like poison them, so it's not really meant to do like a ton of damage. He has a poison bomb, a plague grenade, which is actually a 2-spot one, Poison bomb. So it's essentially the same attack, except this one does 2 people. This one does 1 for the front. This is for the back. Blinding gas. There's a chance to stun, which is always good. So we're gonna do that. You're gonna find that stun is probably your best friend in this game. So that attack actually did a debuff. Could have poisoned, could have bled, and actually did stress damage. So this one actually has a cure spell, but aside from that, essentially the same attacks. So here, she's very much, she's essentially a berserker. So what I want to do is, I need to get rid of these guys. Oh. So that attack had a debuff side effect. So this guy actually hits super hard, as you can see. Keep that blight on them. It is fun for him to crit for 1. And as you can see, blight and poison are no joke. So, man, she is swinging for the fences and missing nonstop, isn't she? Luckily, she's got a pretty giant thing of health pool. So that blight should kill that guy. So we're gonna take this plague doctor, get him, and now we just wait. There we go, and we win. So, like I said before, the way you upgrade stuff is you get these like these crests, these portraits, and all this kind of stuff to upgrade your things. So we're gonna open this chest. It's actually trapped, and my guy is now bleeding. I did not mean to do that. So I'm gonna actually go through my stuff. I do not actually have a way to cure him, so he's gonna just have to tough it out. I do have a way to heal him in battle though, which is probably not too bad. So his stress actually didn't go up. Oh, spiders. See, since I had my torches light, they were surprised. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go ahead and heal him, get rid of that, can't remember the name, bleed damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her, there it is.
Executed with impunity.
Double kills, critical strikes, and critical heals usually will return stress. So health stone. At any time you can actually hit the right stick to return from a mission. I do believe you keep everything you've been in there, but it counts as a loss, and it might do stress damage. I'm not 100% sure. I personally like keeping the lights on. So for this actual area, at the top left, you'll actually see that the mission is to scout, which is to only explore 90% of these big square rooms. Sometimes it's to kill a certain enemy. Sometimes it's to explore everything. Sometimes it's to kill a certain amount of monsters. On the mini map, as you see below, the little purple squares are usually traps. The blue boxes are stuff you can loot. And of course, I messed that up again for some reason.
Ambushed by
the swords are battles. So once in a while you get a scouting check. Her actual ability gives me an extra chance to scout. So I actually got lucky, and it looks like there's not many rooms here with battles. I just kind of bypassed them all. And of course there are random chances of battles. So this is why I brought food. They're hungry. And since we're so close to the end, I'm going to actually switch to my food, and I'm going to feed my buddy in the back here. And we're going to keep moving. I'm also fairly low on torches, so we need to make a hustle. Okay, so that map, we found a map, did not benefit me whatsoever, since I already got past the scouting check. So I'm not gonna go back yet because there's one more room. And there's no battles, so we're gonna roll on in and go hard. The darkness is coming.
adventurers may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
So I think the idea of why in darkness you get such a much higher chance to find goodies is because in the dark, oh, you're like the gold will reflect in the darkness kind of thing, which I think is kind of cool. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, so now he is now paranoid because his mind was tested. So that's not the end of him. His stress bar will build up a second time, and if he gets all the way to the end, he'll have a heart attack and die. There's also a death's door mechanic where if a character gets to low enough health points, it's either 1 or 0. They'll stay alive at death's door and have a chance to be brought back. So a lot of these Cthulhu bastards do a lot of stress damage. It's like stress in this game is literally the mind killer. Not sure if anyone will actually understand that reference. So luckily, this should finish him off. And look at all this goodies, and then we're gonna open up this chest. Oh no, it's trapped. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna leave. So now it's gonna count up all my goodies on that fun stuff, and I got an achievement. So I removed a quirk in the sanitarium, one of the achievements. For people who are achievement hunters, the achievements are pretty good. A lot of ones just by dying, so there you go. And at the end, you'll level up and you'll get perks and stuff like that, or detriments. So when he's below 50 HP, his speed will go down. Range damage skills. She doesn't really have range skills. A lot of her stuff is melee, so I don't really need to worry about that. So as you saw, the plague, the leper actually got kind of messed up there. So I very much need to do is take him to the tavern and be like, "Hey, buddy, I don't want you going crazy. Go drink out, bro." Well, so they fairly high stress. So he has been banned from the brothel for some reason. Apparently, I believe he has the deviant taste detriment or thing. So don't want to know what that means. So begin the flagellation. Whip it good. And of course, here the abbey, the caretaker is enjoying that apparently. I'm not gonna ask questions. So let's see. Damage stone, evasion stone. So I could buy both of these if I had enough money and offset the dodge thing here, which lose 1 speed. Actually, that's for the occultists only. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you want, you can change that. Can't remember how to equip items, but I'm sure it'll explain it to me at some point. We'll figure this out. Oh, hello. Oh, I did not remember this. That's really nice. So like if you can trade the heirlooms to get a certain thing. That's really nice. Don't have enough pages or pictures. Very, very odd currency in this world. I'll figure that out later, but thank you very much for joining me. This is Darkest Dungeon. Actually, if you bought it now, on release, I will actually go and show you. It actually has the Crimson Court DLC included. It'll be that way, I believe, for a set amount of time. And enabling the DLC is easy as hitting the right stick of the menu and going through here. Crimson Court. I haven't, and the best part is you can actually keep it deactivated until you want to activate it, which I think is really nice. So once again, this is Darkest Dungeon. I am ZeroJD. This is the X-Play Fans channel. I'm super excited to play this game, and I'm super happy I was able to show you it. And have a nice day. Please.